What is up, guys? My name of course is Carlo, and once again welcome yet to another video. And I'm still ill. This bronchitis saying this cold is still kicking my ass big time. So if my throat's a bit froggy, I do apologise about that. Hopefully I ain't coming through too sick, but I have to sort of pump out these videos anyway. So a couple of new updates for you guys. Over the previous video where we looked at, I got the upgrade to the 820s, the 820, which I'm loving. I made some more upgrades to it, which is fantastic. And I've got a new editing keyboard, which is I'm going to talk about in a second. So the first major upgrade is I've maxed this bad boy's RAM out. It cost quite a bit of money to do it, but I've done it. I'm now rocking 512 gigabytes of RAM, which is absolutely insane. Yeah, it makes such a difference. The speed of the machine, I'm telling you now. I mean, this machine has always been really quick, hence why I got it back. I mean, it's always been lightning fast, but now it's so funny because when I launch a really intense project, shall I say, in After Effects, excuse me, normally what you have to do is you have to play it back to get the green line. So try and open up an Andrew Kramer, shall I say, tutorial, which is this is his lightning effect thing. As soon as I open this up and I play, it first opens up, shall I say, the timeline's automatically green, so it plays straight away. There's no RAM preview, there's no, like, you have to do all this bit and that bit and that. As soon as I play it, I'll just go back to the start here. As you can just see by that, I don't know if you can get it on camera, but straight away there's no buffering, so you don't have to wait for it to render the scene out. It literally plays straight away. I mean, this is a perfect example, this tutorial that Andrew Kramer had done on Lightning, and I've been sort of like working with this stuff to practice for future videos, shall I say, or future productions that I want to use this technique in. As soon as I open up Premiere Pro, or as soon as I open up After Effects with a heavy project, this is on full res as well, it just plays back straight away. This thing is insanely fast, which is fantastic. Now I've ordered the new editing keyboard, which I've obviously got now. This is a Mac keyboard. I will bring you in a little bit closer in a second. Actually, let me bring you closer in now. Just get me phone off the thing. So this is basically a Mac-based keyboard, and it's the older style. This is the style that I've always been in love with for editing. I don't like the traditional, I'm just going to sit down, the traditional new versions of the Mac keyboards where it's completely like flat. I've always liked this style. I've always been in love with it. And yes, this keyboard was quite expensive, but it's just so cool to edit off this. It's just unreal. Now, I did get this morning, so I've not had a lot of time to sort of play around with it and see what sort of a difference it'll make, but I can tell you I'm not the sort of person when I'm editing in After Effects or Premiere Pro to use shortcuts. So the idea of this keyboard was to get used to using shortcuts on the keyboard. So the great thing about this is set up, this complete layout is set up for three editing suites, so Premiere Pro, Logic X, and Final Cut, which is absolutely fantastic. I use all three of them programs. I'm just going to stick you back on the tripod now and make sure you don't fall over, so bear with me so I can go and sit down again. I use all three of these programs to edit production and Cubase and stuff like that. So getting this has been a godsend. Like I've just said, the idea of it is to get used to using shortcuts, because I really, all the years I've been using Premiere Pro and After Effects and all that, I've never really used shortcuts. So I do want to get into the habit of memorizing and learning all the shortcuts to make productivity, supposedly, shall I say, a hell of a lot quicker, which should be cool. So I've got a couple of other updates to the setup coming. Obviously, we've got to get the new monitors. I'm still trying to decide what monitors I want to get, because obviously they've got to be monitors which are future proof. They've got to be good enough for editing, video editing on, and they've got to have a good color system on them. So the picture quality's got to be insanely good. Obviously, it's got to be a case of 4K, which is not rocket science, and it's got to be a case of going to need two to basically work off of dual displays. Like I said, I had triple displays before. Going back to 227-inch 4K ones, I just think that'd be a lot better. And obviously, I want the two monitors to be identical, so they match. So I'm still on the lookout for what I want. I'm still trying to decide. It's sort of 90% the HP Dream Color monitors, but then I've seen other monitors that I like, and you know, when you get into that stage where you just don't know what you want to get and you're still deciding. These monitors are working fine, even though they're okay. I'm still getting work done with them, which is great. As long as I can see the screen, that's the main thing. But the most important thing is color reproduction as well. These are not very good for color reproduction, which is why they need to be upgraded big time. You know, when you're doing your color grading and stuff like that, not too clever. So, sorry about my struggling. It looks like I'm struggling. It's like I've just said, I have got a cold and I do feel like a bag of shit still. So do bear with me on that. So, next upgrade going to be soon is I want to upgrade my monitors, my monitor speakers, shall I say. I'm going to get a couple of KIK Rocket speakers and an audio interface. Now, I did have a Scarlett 202, which I broke the USB at the back, which was my fault. I was rushing with it. I broke the pins in it by accident, and that messed up. So I ordered the 2i4, which died as well. Not to the fault of my own. It was just dead, practically on arrival, and that had to be sent back. But I've never had the time to reorder another one. Yeah, so I'm going to get an audio interface, which is a mixing deck, which is going to go here. Going to be a complete mixing deck there, which I think is going to be more productive when because I'm learning music composing at the moment. I teach myself everything. I'm all self-taught. So obviously I've mastered Premiere Pro, After Effects, and a lot of other programs, but I try and make it so I can do a bit of everything. So at the moment I'm learning music production and learning how to use Cubase and Logic to compose my own scores. I can play the piano, which you saw in a couple of videos back, but it's just about using the program to combine the elements to make a good film score and some good sound effects at the same time. So yes, I'm struggling at the moment, as you can probably see. I am not well at all. I want to get these videos out to you even when I'm sick, so if my eyes look a bit squinty, it's because I've got the softbox on behind. It's shining on me, plus the sun from outside, which is making me feel a little bit dizzy. I do suffer from high blood pressure, which obviously me having this bronchitis doesn't help my blood pressure, so it makes me feel a little bit sick and a little bit weak. So if my eyes are squinting in the video, guys, I do apologise. It's just that I do feel unwell. So from next week, next Saturday or Sunday, the first video of the Blackmagic Cinema camera is going to go live, which is great. We're going to go through the whole lot with that camera, so it's going to be quite a lengthy video. It's going to be quite exciting to film as well. And then we're going to start shooting Schizophrenia, which I've done some little bits with. And I have had the camera out, and I've been doing some bits and bobs and planning shots, so on and so on, to see what I want to do with it. And plan it. It's just gone dark all of a sudden. I don't know if you've noticed that. It's a bit creepy. Weather over here gets dark this time of month very quick. So obviously summer's over, winter's coming, nearly Christmas. Yay! So yeah, that's basically it, guys. I will catch up with you on Monday and Tuesday with a couple of new tutorials. I've got a particle tutorial coming hopefully on Monday. We're going to show you how you can create your own fire particles in After Effects to add to your movies and stuff like that, which is going to be quite fun. And that's also so you can have your own sort of stock footage library, create your own stock footage, you know, to add to your productions. And that we're going to be using After Effects to do that. So that's going to be very cool. That's going to hopefully be coming Monday, Tuesday we've got another tutorial, which I'm still planning, and then from Saturday or Sunday we're going to have the first video of the Blackmagic Cinema camera, which is going to be ace. So as always guys, thanks for listening, and if you're not subscribed to the Film VFX Studio channels, hit the subscribe button, and obviously that little bell, if you just click on that, that'll let you know when I upload a new video. And obviously like ratings will always be appreciated and loved, and as always I'll definitely catch you in the next video. I think I'm going to go and have a sleep now because I feel like crap, and yeah, I'll definitely catch you in the next video guys. Ciao ciao.